to meet, but our speakers also need the space to be able to meet on their own.
The Conference of Speakers and Heads of African Parliaments, CoSAP, is a side event attracting the attention of African parliamentarians. And in case you're wondering about the essence of CoSAP, it is focusing on how the African speakers and heads of African parliaments can encourage collaboration and inclusiveness to strengthen legislative leadership on the continent. Speaker of the Nigerian House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, emphasized that CoSAP is an exclusive platform dedicated to robust engagement once a year to deliberate and focus on the continent's challenges to proffer solutions to add value to existing legislative bodies.
Let me also say that, and this is very important, that the Conference of Speakers and Heads of African Parliaments had absolutely no intention of undermining, duplicating, or competing with any of the legislative bodies that already exist. Instead, the objective of CoSAP is to complement these Pan-African legislative bodies that are doing extremely good work. The outcome of our interactions can only further strengthen the quality of our participation and contributions to the existing Pan-African legislative bodies by helping to shape common perspectives, common priorities, and a common agenda as speakers and heads of African parliaments.
The chairperson of the CoSAP Technical Working Group and head of the Secretariat, Dapo Oyewole, also the special advisor to the Speaker, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, on international and interparliamentary affairs, gave insight into the inaugural meeting in Abuja with the theme Enhancing Africa's Post-COVID Economic Recovery Through Parliamentary Leadership.
The technical working group was tasked to produce a strategy document which will provide a range of options of how these issues above can be structured for the optimal functioning and impact of CoSAP. It was decided that this document be submitted for review by the speakers and heads of African parliaments at the next CoSAP conference. At the end of the conference, a communique was issued and we have made copies available for your perusal. We will be grateful if there are other African speakers who may like to endorse their communique to please let us know.
The speakers and heads of parliament had pertinent questions about the platform's structure and engagement strategies to avoid duplication of duties.
The initiative is good. I just wanted to know whether it will be under the auspices of the African Union, because as a body, I don't know whether we need to be attached to any organ of like the African Union.
So address that question. It's a standalone.
How is this now relating to the Pan-African PAP? Because if you also know that in PAP we also have speakers, which in real sense is supposed to be all speakers.
Is this different from the conference of speakers and presiding officers of the Commonwealth?
We have the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association International. You have the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association African Region. So this one deals with the Africa. Okay, as stated, which will be complementary to the Commonwealth Conference of Speakers. Definitely we will need to focus on issues concerning Africa. For example, the issue they raised about debt. You know the situation and how we can come together together with our partners, find a way out.
The objective is really an opportunity for the speakers themselves to almost have a retreat of speakers when they have time to discuss, to look at areas where they can collaborate, and to help to shape common standards and a common agenda for Africa. It does not in any way undermine their interventions or their contribution or involvement in any other forum whatsoever. But it's just a space for them to be able to talk, to interact, and to engage. Our speakers also need the space to be able to meet on their own under an indigenous African platform, of course with an agenda shaped by your good selves.
The High Commissioner of Nigeria to Canada, Adeyinka Ashekun, commends the African Parliamentarians' efforts and the Nigerian legislature's leadership role in the post-COVID economic recovery of the African continent.
What we are seeing, especially in the part of African countries, is that need and desire to strengthen the legislature as a very important arm of government and to begin to assert its independence, and establish itself firmly in governance in the various countries. So what we see here is participation on behalf of our people, both at the state and federal level. They've taken part in a very credible and meaningful way, and I think that this is to be encouraged.
From the Halifax Convention Centre in Nova Scotia, Canada, I'm Joy Usiagu.